You're watching 11 Alive Morning News. 11 minutes of nonstop news starts now.
First this morning, another line of severe weather hitting people in Troup and Meriwether counties. They're already dealing with downed trees, ruined homes and buildings. A lot of people trying to figure out what to do now. We'll hear from survivors. We have team coverage for you this morning. The roads are a mess. Jerry Carnes has a major red alert on the downtown connector, tracking a lot of problems.
But we began with meteorologist Chesney McNeil. Chesney, we were talking about a hard-hit community now seeing another thunderstorm warning sitting over them right now.
Yeah, as we speak, that thunderstorm warning not set to expire until 7 a.m. You're looking at, well, let's go on down there, Troup in Meriwether County, where you can see the very hefty rain and thunderstorms that we have. This, that's over the cell that's over them right now, had a history of rotation. It had a tornado warning back off to the west. It did flatten out a little bit as it moved in. That's good news for this area, but certainly not with all the damage that's down in there, with the rain that we have out there this morning, and also the numerous lightning strikes. We're seeing this in some other spots as well, up toward the metro area. We do have a round of thunderstorms that's now pushing off to the north and east, and this is going to continue at least through the rest of the morning. If you look back off to the west, let me widen out just a little bit more here. You can see where we have more thunderstorms that are forming back off to the west over into Alabama. That's going to track right into our area. We expect this to stay with us at least for the morning. Once we get to the afternoon, expect a little clearing to take place. Temperature starting off in the 60s. We'll get up to about 77 degrees for an afternoon high.
I tell you what, people in Troup County this morning, they just cannot catch a break. We are tracking another round of severe weather that's causing some great concerns right now. Going to be a long road to recovery after we talk about that possible tornado over the weekend.
The town of West Point was hit especially hard. Molly Oak is live with a look. Here's what we know this morning. There's a state of emergency in effect after a strong tornado touched down. This is on West Point Road in Troup County Sunday morning. The storm destroyed homes and buildings. There are a lot of trees down. Officials say 30 of the houses are a loss.
I know it's a very frustrating time for the people of West Point, Troup County, LaGrange. This is the third tornado we've had in a 2-month span.
Power crews spent yesterday for hours trying to restore electricity to homes that are still standing. This morning, as the sun comes up, the cleanup is going to continue. Molly Oak and our crew is there, but they're taking shelter as this next round is moving through. So they're going to have a first-hand account here shortly.
Yeah, so Troup County wasn't the only area hit hard over the weekend. Let's take a look right now at some of the other damage spanning parts of the metro.
All of a sudden, everything just hit us. I mean, it wasn't no warning, just loud noise. You could hear the wind. It was strong.
Bobby Williams is just one of many in Meriwether County with severe damage to his home. The Emergency Management Agency says a handful were destroyed when those storms came in. Officials say some people were trapped in their homes for a little while, but thankfully there are no reports of injuries.
Upson County facing some major road troubles this morning. The storm washed away some roads, including this one, Jeff Davis Road. More flooding on McCrary Road. It is closed until further notice. There's an incredible amount of water and the rain has not stopped.
And from a tornado to flooding to hail, people sent in pictures of hail that came down in their neighborhood over the weekend. Look at this one. This is from Ansley and Pike County. That one coming in bigger than a quarter.
We are checking for update on any school closures this Monday morning. Right now, both Troup and Meriwether County schools have announced they're going to be closed for the day. Several other schools are delaying the start of the day. Those are on your screen. We'll have everything for you on 11alive.com as well. A lot changing as we speak.
Still a very active radar behind you, Chesley.
Yeah, and it's going to be active. Mainly south of the city is where you're going to find most of the very hefty thunderstorms. You got some just to the north of Macon area. We have a severe thunderstorm warning that's in effect right now. Also a severe thunderstorm warning for Troup and Meriwether counties. Hate to keep talking about you guys, but more will be coming back to you back off to the west, even though this is starting to slide a little further over toward the east. This severe thunderstorm warning is set to expire within the next 6 minutes or so at 7 a.m. as it continues to pull to the east, moving to the east at about 50 miles per hour. So heading to some of our southernmost counties. Upson County right now catching a break, but some of this will clip you as well as we head through the morning. Over into southern Gwinnett County, you're hearing some of the thunderstorms, maybe thinking there's a severe thunderstorm warning over you right now. You don't have it. You do have the very heavy rain over toward Mountain Park. You can see a few lightning strikes associated with it just to the south of the Lawrenceville area now. That is sliding to the east as well. Catching a bit of a break from Sandy Springs where you had that very heavy rain. Also over into Powder Springs as well, into Cobb County, up toward Kennesaw. You got a little moderate pocket there. Also into Ackworth, you got a little moderate pocket there. Haven't seen any lightning strikes in that particular area. Doesn't mean that it's not happening, but you may be experiencing some of those lightning strikes. More of this will continue through the morning. As you can see, the storms storms back off to the west of us. Going to be training in places like LaGrange. So you'll be getting more of that rain. You may catch a brief break, but that's where the heaviest rain has been, as you can see. And that's going to continue at least for the morning. By the time we get to the afternoon, a lot of that will begin to subside. But an additional 1 to 3 inches certainly possible in those areas. And so we have a flood watch, watching for the flooding potential, especially in some of the low-lying areas and those places that you know flood. You want to avoid those areas, at least for today. Let that water begin to recede a little bit later on this afternoon. Flooding will still be taking place even after the rain stops, and we're expecting that to take place by about 10 o'clock this morning. By noon, mostly cloudy skies, but skies will be clearing out. 71 degrees will be your temperature. You're looking at 77 degrees for the afternoon high. Partly sunny skies will be the call for this afternoon as our winds will begin to shift more to the northwest. Behind this front that's going to move right on through our area, you see out ahead of it is where we have that rain. That pushes through, will help to dry us right on out, get that sunshine back in here. The severe weather threat, according to the Storm Prediction Center, is mainly south of the city of Atlanta. You can see our southernmost counties under this level 1 threat. Mainly it's the damaging winds that we're looking at. Of course, the rain, frequent lightning, some hail could be associated with it. Brief tornadoes certainly possible. Not out of question. It will be a brief spin up. More of that down toward the Macon area. Notice how it shifts a little bit further down to the south. Here we are by 12:30. A lot of clearing already taking place for our northernmost counties. That will be our trend for the rest of the afternoon. So that means we'll get the sunshine in here before it sets today. More of that coming to us on Tuesday, but more toward the afternoon. In the morning, we'll have mostly cloudy skies, 20% chance for a shower. Cooler on Wednesday at 66 for the high. We'll have the sun around. Better day, my pick for the week on Thursday, a 10 on the barometer with 72 degrees for the high. Rain doesn't come back to us until we get toward the weekend.
I think we can catch our breath, but we can't. We got to keep the show rolling and make sure you guys are in the loop.
Yeah, so Chesley and they're all going to keep an eye on you. Jerry and Chesley are going to keep going on streaming for you. That's on 11live.com and 11 Live app. That is starting right now.